What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Mike and Ant. We're gonna be here breaking down a little bit of Trey Young trade news. Let you know our thoughts, our opinions if he chose the right team. No idea why he chose that team. But before we get into that, how's your night going, bro?
It's going pretty well, and I'll let you know why Trey Young chose that team. He said it himself.
Absolutely. Well, for anybody that's new to the channel, I'm Mob Miz. This is Inspector Ant. And for anybody that needs some energy, before we even get into this video, head on over to W Energy with the QR code. Put in the code Mob Squad 508. Enjoy 10% off all your purchases and wake up for your 9 to 5 feeling refreshed with a little bit of extra energy. But let's get into this news, bro. Let me know why he picked the Washington Wizards.
All right, so according to Trey Young, the reason why he picked the Wizards. Well, before I say that, so the here's the details of the trade. The Atlanta Hawks are trading Trey Young to the Washington Wizards in exchange for C.J. McCullough and Corey Kispert. And as far as for Trey Young, he said the reason why he wanted to go to Washington was because he wanted to be a veteran leader for a young team, and he wanted to play in a big market, which I think he's full of shit because yeah, Washington is a big market team, but there's other big markets you can go to. You can go to New York, you can go to LA, go to Chicago. Those are big markets where you can actually win and be competitive. You went to a big market, but to an ass team.
Do
That's
you think
like that's like Lamar Jackson requesting to be traded to the Raiders. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Do you think that he's scared of the pressure?
I think so because like on the Wizards, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to him. The Wizards haven't been good since John Wall and Bradley Beal were on the team like 10 years ago. So and right now they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. So I think he just wants to go there so he can get his points, get his stats, and there's no pressure. In Atlanta, he's expected to be he's the face of the franchise. They made it to the conference finals a couple years ago, and since then they haven't even been close to getting back. So maybe that pressure was getting to him. People are expecting him to take that next step and get the Hawks to the finals.
Yeah.
Nobody's expecting the Wizards to get to the finals, so there's no pressure on them anymore. And then there's
I,
also reports too, and I think the NBA needs to do something about this. We talked about Michael Porter the other day about how Brooklyn's looking to trade him because he's playing too well.
yeah.
Well, Washington, the reason why they the reason why they traded away CJ McCollum is because he's playing too well. Now he like won some games for them that the Wizards didn't want to win. So it's like, okay, you're playing too well, you're putting up all-star numbers, you gotta get up out of here. And to me, I think the NBA needs to do something about that. These teams are openly taken to the point where they're trading away their best players because they're playing too good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still don't get the wanting to go to the Wizards. I scurried through their roster. They have some decent players, but I mean, I guess on the bright side, you could say majority of their players are pretty young, so I guess they can grow if they think they got something going there. I think he should have probably requested somewhere to win. I think he told you he's not really interested or fully not committed into winning. Um, would you say that the him being drafted to Atlanta was a failure, or would you say they just got what they could get out of it? It was, worked out for both.
You mean for Trey Young?
Yeah,
Um, it's hard to say it was a failure because they did have some success. Like I said, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals,
yeah.
but I mean, you could say the last 2 3 years has been a failure because they missed the playoffs.
Do you
So I
think
mean, I think it's a mixed bag of both.
it has more on Trey Young or more about their roster building?
I mean, I think it's neither though. I think they just had some unluck. I know Trey Young's been hurt. They had some guys that got hurt. So I mean, I think injuries played a part in it. I do feel like they made a mistake in firing the coach that took them to the conference finals.
Yeah,
People always think these teams always think that the grass is always greener. Yeah, okay, let's just fire the coach and bring in another coach to take us to that next level.
yeah.
But it doesn't always work out that way. And the Hawks have actually been worse since they fired their coach than they were when they had the old coach. So I think it's a combination of I think the talent is there, but I just think I think it's the front office and then bad luck with injuries. Even this year, like they're one of the like 6, 7 best teams in the Eastern Conference. And some people think the Hawks would be better now without Trey Young than they were when they had him.
Yeah, I don't believe so. I don't like this trade for the Hawks. If he wanted to get up out of there and it's time to move on, I don't mind him picking the spot he wanted to go to. But I thought he would prioritize winning a little bit more. And be picking the Wizards, you're not prioritizing winning. I could tell you that. But is there anything else you want to brush on as far as this trade?
Well, I disagree. I think it's a good trade for the Hawks because I mean, obviously they're not going to win no championship with these players, but I think they could. Right now, they're fighting for a playoff spot, and I think CJ McCullough and Corey Kispert, he's a decent player. You can make the argument he was one of the Wizards' best players, but that's not really saying much.
Yeah,
But I think they still have the talent to at least make the playoffs. They're not going to compete in the Eastern Conference with Detroit or New York or even Boston. Boston's actually the surprise team. I
yeah,
thought all the players they got rid of, plus Jason Tatum being hurt, I
yeah,
didn't expect them to be the third best team in the East right now. I thought they were
yeah,
going to struggle. But Jalen Brown's playing out of his mind, and
yeah,
when Jason Tatum comes back, Jalen Brown's proving to you right now he's not a number two anymore. He's now number one. And when Jason Tatum comes back, to be interested because somebody's got to be number two. I don't think the way Jalen Brown's playing, I don't think he wants to go back to being number two. But I think the Hawks, though, with this trade, they can still make a playoff run, maybe be like a 6 or 7 seed.
I agree with all that. I can't say I disagree with that. I just hate when teams draft players to be their franchise players, and not too long after they're already shipping them out the door. Like,
Well, yeah, but it seems like in this situation, Trey Young wanted to go. Like he
you know,
requested to be traded to the Wizards.
I understand. I'm not pointing at the team or him. I'm just saying I don't like when franchise players don't last with the franchise. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying though, like this is not like a Luka situation last year where Dallas just like we don't want you no more.
yeah,
This seems like Trey Young was ready to go. But I'm with you though. The fact that he requested to be traded to the Wizards of all places, it shows that he doesn't want to win.
yeah,
Like winning doesn't matter to him. He just wants to get his numbers and his stats.
yeah.
He can say all this bullshit he wants about wanting to be in a large market, but like there's other large market teams you can go to besides the Wizards.
And maybe he wins and changes our opinion on it. But with that being said, let him know where to find us, bro.
All right, you can find us on Sprecher, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, out Amazon Music, and Spotify. And you can find us on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe us on there. And you can follow us on X/Twitter at Mob Squad 508 for Mike and at expected underscore ant for myself.
Absolutely, bro. Well, let's call it a night. I'll chop it with you top of the AM.
All right.
We out.
Yeah.